It's a new season here in the NBL, and what a way to kick it off with an NBL Live Super Show. It is NBL Live broadcast 307 here on the NBL Network. We got some great games coming up for you. Before we get there, though, we got to give a big shout out to our sponsor of the pregame show. It is Came From Nothing Clothing, our streetwear sponsor. You can see the wide array of our Witness Greatness line right there. We got to get a new graphic. We got to get the one with the legacy merchandise that just came out in the last couple of weeks on the site. Go check it out, cfnclothing.com. Or you can head over to 365.maddenbomberleague.com and click on merchandise. We got two great games for you tonight. We got the Bills taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, and we got the Jets taking on the Dolphins. And Bomber, Commissioner of the NBL, joining me as always. I'm Nick Mazesco, your NBL Network Director, and I am continually surprised, Bomber, at the number of people that clearly have been playing the game for a month and a half and don't understand basic things. It's killing me. It's killing me.
What are we talking about?
Ric Flair in the chat is sitting there going, you can't get an X Factor in the draft.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Guys, X Factor's just a dev trait. Of course you can get it.
But you can't get it in the draft, though.
No, you really can. It's really there. I 100%.
No, actually, people are really confused. I was in a chat with Josh, right? And we're playing a squad, so I'm just repeatedly yelling at him because he's terrible. And Josh is telling me, he's like, so what's up, man? This guy at the end of the year, he's got these abilities now. So you have to get the abilities before you get the X Factor? So then I just continuously yell at him. I'm like, oh my gosh, you just don't understand it. I mean, can you get the superstar without getting, star first? I mean, can you get superstar before you get X Factor? Absolutely. That's the only way to get the X Factor is to have superstar first. So yes, you have the abilities first, but you don't have to think of it that way. But he's like, yeah, so you got to get the abilities first before you get the X Factor.
Dev trait, just like every single year. It's just a dev trait.
It just comes with a perk. The top two dev traits come with perks. You get abilities, and then you get the X Factor ability when you hit the highest dev trait. So, yes, you could draft a guy that has Superstar X Factor.
The same way you can draft a guy that has Superstar X Factor. The same way you can draft a guy that has normal development. It's just
and if he has Superstar X Factor, he's got the X Factor abilities. If we really need to chain it along that for everybody, since they seem pretty confused sometimes.
Everyone is like the number of questions we've seen. Not just to single out Ric Flair, but Flair drew my ire because he did it in the chat of the Twitch speaking nonsense. But the number of stuff I've seen in our group me chat of so tell me, if you call a pass play, can you run with the quarterback? Seriously, guys, it's Matt. Have you been playing it? Has anybody played it? That's my rant for the day. Let's get right to it. Let's get right to our players to watch for today's NBL Live Super Show, broadcast number 307. Let's start off with that game between the Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And for the Jets, how about the year that Sam Darnold had last year? 3,400 yards, 46 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, 122.3 passer rating. But the Jets, they fell just short of getting to that title game. And for the Jets, are we looking at right now, their number one goal is just, you gotta beat the Patriots? I mean, you gotta think for the Jets. Are they? Would Jets fans, would Bananas be happy with another wild card berth and a loss to the Patriots in the playoffs?
Well, I mean, the Jets had a bye week last cycle. I don't think they get it this time. I think the Patriots are going to take that division. But The New York Jets, you look at the statistics from the quarterback position, since we are talking a little bit about Sam Darnold, what he did last year, 3,200 yards, not that impressive, but the 46-16 touchdown interception ratio is pretty phenomenal. But where was it in the playoffs? The pet peeve, or excuse me, the kryptonite to this team is going to be making them pass. If you make them one-dimensional passing team, they can just really fall apart against a good defense. You saw it against the Patriots. Where was Le'Veon Bell? He got some carries early, didn't break the big one, and the Jets just completely fell apart. You said just a second ago that they fell short of the championship game. They fell much more than short. They fell long, extra long. I mean, it was very, very short in that AFC championship game. They weren't even close. And I don't know. I don't know if they beat the Chiefs without that bye week. I don't know if they're in the position the Patriots are, if they get by a team like that can put up those kind of points and take them out of the running game. So, I mean, what we saw from the New York Jets, I just don't know if that's a team that really is in contention just yet in the AFC.
Dog in the chat. What's going on, Deca? And I said a great question. Hey, Oshi, my player have this thing on their heads with bars in front of their face. Is that normal? No, that means they're in prison. And Draco asking, are team captains X factors? Yes, if you make your team a player a team captain, they're automatically X factor. Happy to help you out with your CFM knowledge. On the flip side, I guess we're going to talk about Kenny Stills in the Miami Dolphins. One of the lone bright spots in a tough season for the Dolphins last year. Only 2 wins, 76 receptions, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns, averaging 15.8. Bomber, our Bleacher Report team, in our team preview, they tweeted them out, had the Miami Dolphins with 7 wins on the year. Are you buying that that's going to happen with these Dolphins?
I'll tell you what, if I'm a Miami Dolphins fan and I can get 7 victories this season, Nick, I am excited. I'm ecstatic. I'm happy because that's not happening. This is a team that won how many games last year, Nick?
That would be dose.
How many games?
That would be a deux for our French friends.
So we're talking not 1, not 3, 2 games last year.
LeBron went up there. He's like, when I get 1, we're going to get 2, though. And then I'm
we're not going to get 1. We're going to get 2. And that's where you ended the rant, because that's pretty much where it ended for the Miami Dolphins in NBL Season 40.
Just 2. Who wants to meet me at Denny's? Like, that was the whole thing.
Yeah, and I see them getting 4 to 5 wins this year. I'm sorry. I just don't see the team much better than it was last year. What's the team overall? Kenny Stills, obviously a solid wide receiver, sitting at 28 years old, 92 speed, 93 excel. He's got catching abilities, 85 overall, but this team's a 73 overall. Last year, they were a 70 overall. I don't think that bump is going to be much more than 5 wins. I got them 4 to 5 wins. 5-11, probably a good finish for the Dolphins. If they win 7 games, hey, they'll definitely surprise me if they can't.
Other game going on tonight is a matchup between the Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals for the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen had a nice season last year. 103.4 quarterback rating, 3,200 yards and change, 23 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. And Bomber, I was impressed with this Bills team end of the season. I thought they were playing with a lot of heart. You saw them hanging in some games. Some games just didn't go their way. Is this a Bills team that are they going to be stuck perpetually in this purgatory of maybe getting to a wild card, considering they play in a division with the Jets and with the Patriots? Or is this a Buffalo Bills team that could make some noise in the division, maybe not this year, but in the coming years?
You know, surprisingly about the Buffalo Bills, I have kind of a more optimistic feel. Same thing, I think you're on the same pace as me. I think they're just way better than the Miami Dolphins right now. I like this team a lot more, and they have kind of that X factor ability. Guys, don't get confused. I'm just using
now,
the
can
term.
I get an X factor if I catch 2 passes? Yeah.
If I'm on NBL Live, do I get an X factor? Look, guys, I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm just, interchanging these words into different subjects of life. This is not Madden related. I think they have an X factor ability in the sense that I think any given Sunday, any given week, this team could beat anybody because they do what they essentially teams like that can do is they just kind of hang around, and they're always just a play or 2 away from really stealing a game. That's what I like about the Buffalo Bills. I do have them at about an 8-8, 9-7 season, probably at best. But I do like these Buffalo Bills, and right now a wild card berth is a good thing for this team. Very young, still trying to fill in some holes, but I do like this Buffalo Bills team.
On the flip side, let's talk about what will either be looked at as a brilliant move or more likely looked at as the trucker has lost his mind. Will Grier at the helm of the Cincinnati Bengals. And Bomber, for the people at home, what did the Bengals give up to get Will Grier? Please tell me it was like a 5th round pick.
anything earlier than a third would be completely terrible.
It was a first-round pick.
And they gave up a first-round pick for a team that finished with a very, very good first-round pick. What they have a top 10 pick last year.
Top 10.
You look, how can you ship that away to the Carolina Panthers, who just got maybe the trape of the cycle right here?
Brett 1624 saying no, he did not. No, he did.
He
absolutely did. By the way, JY says, with my stick skills, best I can hope for is an H factor. JY, go away. I hate you. Don't confuse people.
Hold on, H factor but those are the one we can't draft
That's the one you can't draft in H
factor.
Exactly,
yes.
Yeah. Yes,
because they don't exist.
That's a first-round pick for Will Grier. And listen, I'm sure Will Grier is a great human being with a nice personality, but a first-round pick, what will probably be a top 10 first-round pick, is Will Grier the answer in Cincinnati?
And Daddy Leagues has his trade value at a mid-4th round.
Oh, Brad made it better. He said I had pick 14, thank you. Well, in that case, it was worth it. Never mind.
Yeah, but with Will Grier under center this year, it might go into the top 10. This almost was a smart move by Carolina, because not only did they trade a quarterback that 100% wasn't worth a first-round pick, but that quarterback starting for your team for 16 games will likely drop your first-round pick that was 14th in NBL Season 40, probably to about 7 in NBL Season 41. It was kind of a double doozy there, as Will Grier is going to be starting today, 6'2", 217, 25 years old. This is going to be his second year in the league. I just don't know. As I said, Daddy Leagues has him valued at a mid-4th round pick. This is a perpetual backup quarterback.
First. It says first-round pick?
Oh, mid-4th.
Ooh.
And not second, not third.
And not 1, not 2, but it was 1. It was a first-round pick.
And it was early. It was an early one.
Let's take a look at how our Bleach Report team sees this Week 1 Super Show going. Big shout out to our entire Bleach Report team. Big shout out to the picture of Bananas in the wheelchair with the sunglasses, as we got the entire
context behind it. We're gonna give the okay. Bananas was just a little.
Bananas was a little out of it.
Out of it. I wish we were there for that. I think we were at the wrestling event during that thing, right?
We were.
Okay.
The entire squad taking the New York Jets, except for Bananas, which you got to think he'd be taking the New York Jets as well. On the flip side, it's a BR battle between Dubes and Brad. They're not picking. Split as evenly as you can get. Motor, Cougs, Cringe, and Project Fat taking the Buffalo Bills, where Bananas, Game Master, and JB taking this.
All right, okay, all that aside, before we get into that, who's got the best smile out of everybody on that picture? Motor and Dubes really battling it over, and then Game Master, he's got. Game
Master, blink twice if you need help.
He looks like he has so much Botox that he just can't really move his face.
Guys, I'm so happy to be here in the MPL. Cringe,
shout
of course, going with
big game for him for the Vikings. 5 touchdowns from his rookie quarterback. Both of those rookie quarterbacks looking good. But who's got the best smile, guys? I want to see it in the chat.
Gotta say, big shout out to Cringe going full Unabomber in that picture. Sunglasses, hat shadows. Beautiful. I still gotta give the edge to JB, and a big shout out to Project Fat, who couldn't even smile in that selfie in front of his computer. All right, let's get right to it. Let's get your predictions. Let's start off with that battle between the Dolphins and the Jets. Bomber, let me know why the Jets are gonna win this game.
Yeah, I got the Jets, man. So you don't even have to push me in that direction. I got the Jets, not by a little, but by a lot. I think Le'Veon Bell's going to run for close to 200. I think Zeke Elliott ran for 200 this Week 1. I think Le'Veon Bell's going to be right there with them. Those are going to be 2 halfbacks, best halfbacks in the league. And Le'Veon Bell's going to run free tonight, probably 200 plus, a couple touchdowns. It's going to be 31-13. The New York Jets over the Miami Dolphins. They're at home. They're coming off a big time, just a terrible performance against the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship game, NBL Season 40. Expect the Jets to come out roaring tonight. The crowd's going to be hyped and amped, and what a better way than to step on the throat of a division foe.
Flip side, what should be a very competitive game between two teams looking to make that leap into the wild card discussion. Bills, Bengals, who you like in that one?
This one's tough right here. I got to go with the Buffalo Bills. I'd like to say the Bengals are going to figure it out.
I'm taking Will Grier.
And keep it close, but I have no fear. Will Grier is here, and that's actually my biggest fear, is that Will Grier is under center for the Cincinnati Bengals. I think he gets off to a rough start. I'm going to say 2 interceptions, no touchdowns for him, probably throws for about 200 yards because he's going to get a lot of attempts. They're going to be behind. I got it 28-17. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills over the Cincinnati Bengals at home, so I'm taking both of the hometown heroes. Who do you got today, OSU?
I gotta give a big shout out, by the way, in the chat to JY, who is, of course, a 1/2 Super Bowl champion for drafting Allen Rose. Goes into the chat and says, "What is this? An AFC North Super Show?" With one AFC North team, 3 AFC East teams. And there you go. JY says,
he was the Dolphins at
"This is why I need to keep my thumbs dumb." Yeah,
so he thought he was in the AFC North the whole time.
Might explain
Dolphins,
a little bit.
I guess.
There we go. We figured it out. I got the Jets and I got the Bills as well. But only one way to find out. Let's send it out to the games. Sam Darnold does not have mono in this game, and I'm gonna need all the guys over at EA to update the game so that I can get an injury of mononucleosis for the sweet ladies men out there who are kissing girls. Let's get right to it. Let's get to our kickoff for Season 41. Coming up next, it's an NBL Live Super Show featuring 4 teams with new aspirations as everyone is 0-0. 3 of them have chances to be in the playoffs, and also the Dolphins are here. It's Dolphins and Jets, Bengals and Bills coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL Network. Holla.
Oh, hey, it worked. Okay, well, I flipped to the single game because Brad and Doob's game was just not loading. But now they're in there, so I look foolish.
Yeah, I actually noticed that it does that sometimes, where it just goes black and doesn't load, and you're like, all right, did it freeze or what? And yeah.
All right, well.
I'm not getting sound from either game though.
Hold on, let's make sure I'm not losing it. Volume all the way up. No, not a lick of sound there. Shout out to these guys who I messaged beforehand. Did they have commentary off? And they apparently turned off everything. Is Le'Veon? Oh, really? Oh, by the way, Gov going with the creamsicle jerseys. Bold call.
I like them.
Bold call.
I like that in Tampa's creamsicle jerseys as well.
No sound anywhere. Shout out to Crack Team for getting game set up. Is he challenged? No. Keep going over to settings. Go over to settings. Exit game. Love it. Nope. Settings. Call timeout. What are we doing? There you go.
All right, let me go ahead and message them real quick.
His volume control.
Oh, he's there? Okay.
No, it's on. I got nothing. I got no answers. I don't know if they're streaming through Elgato's, though. I would doubt it. But we got an NBA Live Super Show. Jets and Dolphins left side of your screen. Bengals and Bills right side of your screen. Nick Mazesco and Bomber with you. Got to give a big shout out to our sponsor of NBL Live throughout this cycle. It is Elgato. Make sure you check them out. Elgato.com. We use all of their products from stream decks to green screens to key lights. All of the products are phenomenal for your streaming needs, so make sure you go over to Elgato.com and get yourself some of the phenomenal Elgato products. Nice swat there coming across on the slant. Will Greer, incomplete pass. You're going to get used to hearing that.
Yeah, I expect that to happen multiple times, probably on this drive, not just in the game. And the game is going to happen probably close to 10 times. That's just trying to throw into traffic there. Nice swat down there by the Buffalo Bills, 2nd and 10.
Oh, no luck. I went for the Hail Mary, refreshed it, see if we could get some sound. It's a no. I'm glad
no sound. I guess we'll just get some music in the background if you got any keyed up.
I got some. Pull that up. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff. Get that Europop going in the background. Le'Veon Bell with the New York Jets. He picks up a couple on first down. They are driving 3rd and 12 for Will Greer and the Cincinnati Bengals. Rolling right. He's got a lot of players left, but Greer's going to have to throw this one out of bounds. By the way, we got to get with Doobs and get him to fix his bit rate.
Yeah, that's what it is.
As we'll go, nice little pass to the outside. And by the way, they're going to get the worst penalty in this game. It's unnecessary roughness on that one. But can we talk about how the New York Jets, after last year with Le'Veon Bell, with Sam Darnold's 46 touchdowns, they add Mecole Hardman in the offseason.
Yeah, they give up a first-round pick for him, though, but he's a speedster. They're hoping he can help beat man coverage, which they really struggled against.
Miko Hardman's into the end zone.
Oh, just like that touchdown, Miko. A little RPO and a little jiggle. A little Antoine Walker with the shoot-'em-up guns. And I guess that was the kiss of death there from Miko Hardman, and he's in a Jets uniform already making big plays. I think the Chiefs are going to miss him. I mean, he played, 5 games last year? Very risk injury concern there for the young, speedy, small wide receiver there. Hardman for the New York Jets.
No, I don't think they're going to miss him. I think Kansas City's infirm. They know that Patrick Mahomes signing is coming up, and they got to get as much cheap players out there, try to get some picks, get some young players. It makes sense why they went there. It's a nice run on 2nd and 5. That's Shepard, the rookie, for the Buffalo Bills. They are high on this kid, Bomber. They love their new rookie halfback.
You look at the Buffalo Bills, they're going to have to get it done on the ground. That's their specialty. That's what they do. As a nice pass there to Kenny Stills, our player to watch. Big-time game for him. But let's talk a little bit about that halfback. Melvin Shepard, 23 years old. That's the rookie. He was a 2nd-round pick, 93 speed, 91 excel, 6 foot, $199.
Young speedy back is on 1st and 10. Allen looks underneath. Broken tackle, 1st down, and a little more as Josh Allen completes his first passes. How about the Miami Dolphins with the response? That's Will Tye, the MVP of, Madden 19?
There's an update right there. But yeah, Will Tye was traded to the Dallas Cowboys in Madden 19. Had a phenomenal first couple seasons. Right there, they just go underneath. And the hit stick, you have to be a little closer as they change the radius.
The new patch changed the radius real hard. And
and
bananas will be affected by that the most.
And now we're going to get to see guys who are just spamming it from a big distance away.
Bananas.
As our man Bananas does right there and completely misses. He's not going to like this change. He's going to have to get used to it. You're going to have a little bit more discipline.
Now 1st and 10 for Josh Allen and the Bills. Looks like cover 0. Can he find a way to maybe hit Josh Gordon over the top? It is 2 fly routes, and they are both well covered. Wow, the man coverage on that one. Josh Gordon on the outside. Listen, they signed him, but a lot of people stayed away with him because he just doesn't have the wheels in this game. And right there, it was shown that he didn't even come close to separating.
Yeah, if you're going to throw it to him, just put it up in the air. Let's let his athleticism, his jumping and spec catch do the rest. Right there, didn't really trust him.
God knew it was a cover 0, and it just didn't matter. 2nd and 20. I formation for the Buffalo Bills. 2 wide set, 1 to each side, and on 2nd down, it's going to be handoff over the right side, and going to pick up a 1st down with that face mask. David Long gets a little up there in the grill of Shepard, so they get a great play with a sack on 1st down, but unfortunately, the penalty gives it right back.
Yeah, Melvin Shepard out of Auburn. We talked about him, 6 foot, $199, halfback, 23 years old. Drafted middle 2nd round, 18th pick. This kid's got a lot of potential. They like him a lot. He's going to be getting the bulk of the carries. I heard he's going to be going all 3 downs for this Buffalo Bills team.
Yeah, yep, that's what I had heard as well. As now the Bills nearing the red zone. They're on the 27-yard line here in the 0-0 ball game. Ric Flair in the chat says, ugly color combo always for dupes. Red jerseys, blue pants, 1st down and 10. Handoff right up the middle. Shout out to Undiscovered Tales with the follow. Here on Twitch, Shepard finds 2 up the middle.
I kind of like the Bills uniforms. It kind of throws me back to the mid-90s, the Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, a.k.a. the Super Bowl Zeros, the ones that couldn't get it done. As the Miami Dolphins going to be forced to punt here. I kind of like the combo, Nick. You're not feeling it?
I don't mind him. I got no problem with him. Ric Flair hates him. 2nd and 8, handoff to Shepard. He's got room on the left side. Good blocking.
Get in there, rookie.
And he's going to get his first touchdown of many, you would think. Here in the NBL, Shepard hits the edge, shows off the wheels. A shout out to J101 Bad with the follow. Shepard's first touchdown, an important moment for any rookie here in the NBL.
Yeah, Shepard gets to the outside, and probably on his 4th, 5th carry, he gets into the end zone. So we've seen 2 guys, brand new uniforms. Hardman, obviously not a rookie, 2nd-year player, came from the Kansas City Chiefs on a 1st-round pick. He gets in the end zone for the Jets. And now the rookie halfback, Melvin Shepard for the Buffalo Bills, gets his first career touchdown here in the NBL. A lot of new faces in these new places making big plays.
A 7-7 ball game in our AFC East matchup between the Dolphins and the Jets. Dolphins get a stop on the Jets' 2nd drive, and now they're facing a 3rd and 3. And one player who is healthy for the Miami Dolphins is Kareem Hunt, a player that they acquired last year but got hurt early in the cycle and they didn't have him the entire season, so they're hoping for a big year from Hunt. 3 wide set to the left side, Grant alone on the right side, Hunt on the right hip of Josh Rosen on 3rd and 3, dropping back only a 4-man rush from the Jets, looks underneath, finds Kenny Stills, picks up a first down, but Stills down on the play, clutching that shoulder. That could be a big loss if he's out for any extended time.
Yeah, grabbing his right shoulder, hopefully not a shoulder tear there for Kenny Stills. We know that's a devastating injury here in the Madden franchise mode. We'll keep an eye on that.
And now a 1st and 10. It's Rosen dropping back to pass one more time. 4-man rush from the Jets. Going to chuck it up. That's a awful throw. And Jamal Adams has his first interception. And he gets up and he takes off. He's inside the 50, 45, 40. Laramie Tunsil is back, but he's got no gas. And Jamal Adams is going to find the end zone. The Jets defense putting up points as Kenny Stills, the double whammy with the shoulder tear and a pick 6. It's all gone downhill in 2 plays for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, you got to wonder about that pass for Miami. He's got him open, and he literally waits until he gets to a place on the field where he's in Jamal Adams territory. You don't want to throw it anywhere near that guy. 1, because he can ball hawk you, and 2, if you catch the ball, you know you're getting lit up right there. Gets an INT, pick Ceasy for the New York Jets. That's 14-7. Jets take an early lead here with the $1:02 left in the first.
3rd and 14 now for the Cincinnati Bengals with Will Grier. Can he lead them to a first down? On a 3rd and long, blitz shown by the Buffalo Bills from the left side. Dropping back is Grier. Here comes the blitz. Down goes Grier. First round pick, baby. Takes a sack. And they're going to have to punt it again.
Yeah, Will Grier, I've seen him make probably one good pass so far where he moved the chains. Right now, he's just in a position where, getting a 3rd and long, they know it's a pass. It's going to be tough for a quarterback that doesn't necessarily have all the tools right now.
Brett says first round pick sack. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins after that quick first down. Rosen dropping back right up the seam, and that is all he is looking for right now is that quick seam. Bananas has got to recognize that. That's back-to-back plays out of the single back. They've looked for the tight end or the wide receiver up the seam.
Yeah, let's see if the Jets kind of start baiting him into that throw. Right now, Rosen got a touchdown on the day and an interception, so kind of back and forth, up and down for him early on in NBL Season 41.
Mike Gesicki with the catch in the flat. He'll pick up a first down for the Miami Dolphins. How about Shepard? 5 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown already for the rookie in his debut game, Week 1 action here in the NBL. Josh Allen dropping back on 1st and 10. Looks right side to the flat. And you pick up about 6 yards there. Nice little throw underneath as the Dolphins are going to pick up a couple as well. Well, underneath action, some dink and dunk from both these quarterbacks.
Yeah, nice throw underneath. Rosen continuing to move the ball down the field as you move the chains on that 3rd down. Now it's a 2nd and 3, another 7-yard pickup. If Rosen can stay in the 2nd and 3rd and manageables on these down and distances, he's going to be okay. He gets into trouble when he tries to drive the ball down the field, but if they can manage the down and distance on every drive, they're going to be in a much better spot because Rosen won't be placed in those positions where he has to drive the ball into the teeth of the defense, which is New York Jets, kind of favorite situation to be in. They have so many ball hawkers.
Dooku in the chat says, is Will Grier a bust? Yes or no, and why? No, he's not a bust because he's not worth anything. So can you be a bust if he's a
first round. I mean, he just got traded for a first, so he might be able to. That might be a bust of a trade.
Is Brad a bust?
Well, I mean, let's look at it like this. So the New York Giants drafted what's his name?
Daniel Jones.
I mean, we can consider him a bust, right? We don't say New York Jets, Knicks, the New York Giants.
3rd try, there you go.
Find a way to get there. I got to get there some way, Nick. The New York Giants, I mean, will we consider that a bust?
Yes.
Or we blame the... Okay,
yes.
so...
Because he was drafted in the 1st round. Will Grier was traded for a 1st-round pick. If Will Grier was drafted in the 1st round, we talk about if he's a bust or not. He wasn't. He was a 5th-round pick or something like that. He got traded for a 1st-round pick. Daniel Jones can be a bust.
Let's agree to disagree on that, but we can agree on this. Will Grier will not succeed in Cincinnati.
Does he have the leg to get it there? No. And now he gives the Jets the ball at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, a little greedy right there. I would have liked to see.
I would not consider Will Grier a bust. I would consider the trade a bust if he doesn't turn out into anything. But I don't think you can consider Will Grier a bust when you didn't draft him in the 1st round. He was drafted in the 5th round, and then your owner was dumb enough to give up a 1st-round pick. Your owner's a bust at that point, but I don't think you can call... That's not Will Grier that anybody's expecting to be a 1st-round talent. Everyone who saw that went, he's not a 1st-round talent. Why are you giving up a 1st-round pick?
Is he an early first-round talent? Because
Oh yeah, Brad was 14th, so never mind.
Yeah, it's really confusing. It's not like he gave up a first-round pick, and this is the Patriots, right? Trying to groom somebody out of basically an early second-round pick. This is a legit first-round pick that's gonna have some muscle.
Oh!
Le'Veon Bell. Oh my gosh!
What a play there! A little shake and bake action. I'll throw to the flat and 3rd and 5. Deep shot right side. Nice throw from Josh Allen, and it is a touchdown for the Buffalo Bills. Allen on the board with a touchdown pass, and the Bills up 2 scores over Will Greer's Cincinnati Bengals.
You gotta wonder
Jets,
what's going. You gotta wonder what's going on. Touchdown, Le'Veon.
He's too good.
Yeah, he's one of the best in the business. That pass on the right side, it looked like the Bengals might have been hard flatted. He just had a little fade route there. Gets on the outside shoulder there. Throws it against that safety who's playing more inside leverage. That was just a nice dot, nice pass, and Buffalo extends the lead. I'm telling you, man, I like this Buffalo Bills team. As a sleeper, let me preface it with that first.
You want him as a Super Bowl champion. You got it, buddy. The Dolphins down 21-7. You can see Bananas keeps going for that hit stick. It's not locking on as it was early in the cycle. Jamal Adams, I think, had 11 forced fumbles last year.
Well, yeah, look what he did. Did you see the replay? I mean, he's 5 yards away, and he's trying to hit stick into the guy. I think the radius is probably about 2 yards now. I think before it was probably about 4 or 5 yards, maybe.
Yeah.
Where you could hit it.
Ooh, back-footed, accurate. Yeah.
Little Karate Kid. You remember that one? The crane?
Yeah.
Right there.
Crane kick.
Yeah.
So we got our NBA Live Super Show. This is NBA Live broadcast 307. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. Week 1 action in Season 41. We are kicking off this Season 41, second season in Madden 20. Nick Mazesko and Bomber with you. Shadow says grid draft is better than NBL draft. Is that because you don't have some people taking every single second of their first-round pick to decide who they're
Well, there also is a list of people who were being skipped in grid, and it was like 14 people. So if you want to draft where nobody's there, then I guess you would enjoy that a little bit more.
I think if there's
a skip list of 14 people from round 1.
I think if there's one person who would enjoy a Madden League with nobody else in it, it's probably Shadow.
Well, yeah. Which is funny because his name is unisolated, but he really prefers to be isolated.
He prefers the isolation. It's a nice punt from Miami. They're going to down this at the 2-yard line. They're down 14, though, to the New York Jets. Let's go full screen over to the Bengals and Will Greer. He said, not remotely what I'm talking about. I mean talent-wise. Well, you should probably say that as opposed to just
Well, I mean, yeah.
You put 4 words in the chat, and you're like, how can you not understand what I clearly meant from those 4 words?
Oh, there's a big hit.
Dolphins.
There's a big hit.
Dolphins recover a fumble. Raekwon McMillan picks up the pigskin. Look at the lumber laid in the middle of that defense. We got to go back to the dual screen because the Miami Dolphins are in business at the 3-yard line. Jets go with 9 in the box, and the Dolphins ran right into it. That was a bold play. It's 3rd and 5. How about Will Greer? Nice throw left side. 5 of 8. I think that says 8 with this bit rate. And he finds Cam Meredith for 13 yards.
Cameron Meredith, former Chicago Bear right there, just getting to the outside. Toe tapping, picking up the first down. Now they're approaching that red zone.
I got you, Shadow, as a nice touchdown throw there from Josh Rosen. He says, you're not in the draft, so I was obviously talking to those who are, and specifically those who were in both. Hey, Shadow, you know where you can do that? Grid group me. You can do it there where it's only those guys, not here.
Why did he put
chat.
it in here? I mean, you're leaving in the chat. We're reading messages in the chat, so obviously it's going to come to 2 guys who aren't in the grid.
Hey, man, I wanted that to be a private message here in the chat to the people I wanted it to go to, okay? Idiot. 2nd and 8. Will Greer and the Bengals down 14-0. Dropping back to pass on 2nd down. Looking, throws into triple coverage. Probably should have been picked off. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Just call and isolate on the phone right now. See if he answers. Let's have a conversation about it.
Percentile Hero says, those Dolphins have 2 Buckeyes in the middle of that defense in Baker and McMillan. Yes, love both of them. Great players. Buckeyes were down 5-0 today to Miami of Ohio, and they pulled out the win 76-5. So it was a close game. Almost.
How much were y'all panicking at the 5-0? I bet you guys were like, fire this guy, man. What is the offense doing?
3rd and 3. Driving back is Greer, 3-man rush.
Hey, speaking of that, you get to go to the Browns game tomorrow and see. The ball's out. There you go, Greer.
Yeah. I'm actually not going to the game tomorrow.
Oh, you're not?
Nah.
You don't want to go see that Freddie Kitchens offense?
It's just Sunday night football is tough because I got to drive 3 hours to Cleveland and then either get home at 2:30 in the morning or stay.
Did you stub up? Did you sell them yet? Or?
Yeah, I sold them.
Did you get face value or a little more?
More. Yeah, I got more.
Nice, big dog.
Yeah, train's not going either, so it was an easy choice. Jets are gonna score. Okay. I looked away for a second. I was reading chat as Unisolated says because
Hardman again.
As Unisolated, I don't care that you posted in chat, but when I called it out and you said I was talking about the talent, idiots. That's all I was calling out. I don't care that you said it. I care that you called me an idiot after clearly not knowing what you're talking about and you posted here in Twitch chat. Idiot. 2nd and 10.
All right, for our opening card, we're going to have Unisolated taking on Nick Mazesco. It is a false count
Okay, but let's be honest. If we were to make that card, Unisolated would be fighting
be the ref,
8 people.
And I'm 100% fast counting for you for the dub.
Thanks, bud. and then Unisolated would be like laying there on the mat and be, did you forget about your other opponent? And here comes Rusta Busta into the ring. And Rusta Busta, quick count. And then did you forget about your other opponent? And here comes double A.
So you're telling me Unisolated has a ton of people that he likely would be on this card with?
He's a friendly guy who everyone loves.
He's more isolated than unisolated, I'll tell you that. Uh-oh. Ooh. Desmond King, former Los Angeles Charger right there, kind of got beat over the top.
Brett in the chat says, Nick, my Rams are whooping your Browns. Certainly a possibility.
That's why you're... Oh, that's why y'all aren't going.
Nah, for me, it's the drive. I would go, but especially because I'm leaving on Thursday. Like, my wife wants me to hang out. Unisolated first, everyone. Yep, fact. Can confirm. Yeah, it's just the Sunday night. It was the one I had circled that Trent and I were both like, that's a tough one with stuff on Monday. But I almost went. I tried to get a buddy to go with me, but I'm also not going to go alone. Like, that sounds awful. It sounds horrible. 3-hour drive to go watch a game alone that we might lose.
We should sell one of them on StubHub and just kind of see who buys the single ticket.
Like, can I get a bio of who bought that ticket and like let me know what his interests are? Pricey in the chat says, just got done taking an L from Cringe. Hey, Pricey. We know.
What was the score?
Did he not kick it? Brad didn't even get the kickoff before halftime.
No, this is not looking good for Cincy. They're gonna have to pay a first-round pick.
And Buffalo gets the ball.
Maybe.
Here we go.
Wow, that's quite the swing. What is Cincinnati doing? Pricey, what was the score in the game?
Pricey, let us know. Be honest. Let's go over here as the Jets and Dolphins high-scoring affair. Jets currently up as Jamison Crowder shoulder tear. So 2 shoulder tears to wide receivers in this early AFC East matchup. Jets with the ball, though, under a minute to go in the first half. Bills handling Cincinnati right now, and they get the ball.
It wasn't as bad as you thought. All right, guess the score on the Pricey game right now, OSU. We'll start with Cringe's score. It's between,
He texted you?
I know. I went on the app.
All right.
Shout out to the Madden franchise app.
Shout out to the 69 viewers here with us today, by the way. Okay, give me I'm going to put Cringe. I don't want any hints. As Banana's taking a deep shot over the user, he finds Mecole Hardman.
Oh, he's got him. Again.
Hey, Lip, stop giving him Mecole Hardman. Touchdown, Jets.
Oh, my gosh. Mecole Hardman took Tyreek Hill's number when he came to the New York Jets.
I'm not going to guess anymore because it just got ruined by Grimmy.
Oh, I loaded it. And you looked. 24-6 wasn't terrible.
It just popped up. My notification popped up.
Oh, your notifications are on.
24-6. That's a very respectable game. Hey, Price.
Yeah. Good job, Price.
Thumbs up. As Josh Allen, angle route underneath on 1st and 10. How about the Jets with the pass over the top? And everyone's happy that Bananas has a receiver who will surely be suspended at least twice in this season.
Derek Carr went 18 for 21, 229 yards. 0 interceptions.
Woo! And how'd you still lose by 18?
I don't even know. It doesn't show any kicking stats, so I assume he got a pick 6 or a fumble pickup. Matt Ryan was 251, 3 touchdowns.
Pricey, answer me. Like, how? Lip says Hardman won't last. 1 hit on Mecole Hardman, he crumples.
Well, in the first overall pick, Hudson Talley got his first sack of the season against the Atlanta Falcons.
How good do you think Hudson Talley's going to be?
I like him. I think he's kind of like a JJ Watt. I mean, if he does have that X Factor ability, I know he was a rookie, so they don't come out with him. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, rookies it's impossible for them to get X Factor. It's actually only possible for them to get Star and Barista. It's weird. It's like a fifth. It's where you work at Starbucks for the rest of your life.
You get a Starbucks. You get and your guy, when you're looking at him in the edit page, he's got like a little Starbucks logo on his jersey. So.
It says Star Development, but you look really close. There's small print. It says Bucks.
All right, I got a funny pricey story for you. The Buffalo Bills was his team last year. Every time he'd be in free agency, he kept making these weird comments about, he'd be like, oh man, I like him in our jersey too, man. And I was like, what the heck is he talking about? You know, why does he keep saying that when every free agent he looks at? He's like, man, this guy really does look good. He thought the free agent jerseys that they got on were Buffalo Bills jerseys because they're Buffalo Bills colors. You know the jerseys I'm talking about, like those white and red and blue kind of looking things.
Redemption.
He thought it was a Bills jersey.
I love it. That is Redemption has just drafted a superstar in 5th round of grid draft. How would you possibly know that? Are you a bum who went into the edit player to
edit
look at
thing
it?
And check? Of course he is. Yeah,
You're such
100%.
a bum. I hope you get kicked out now. I have no respect for people who do that. Entrance is OSU, you're a sexy man. Hey, thanks, bud.
Or he thinks the hidden thing means you're a superstar. He doesn't realize it's star.
Yeah, that was all. That was the other thing that was going on during NBL draft. Dude, it's hidden. That means I got superstar. No, it doesn't. Not at all.
It just means you didn't get normal.
Don't call them slow. They don't like that.
Yeah, I know.
Brett says, Nick, give me your way too early NBL Super Bowl prediction now. Right now. The pose they make when you draft them. Hey, Redemption. They all do they all flex. If you're hidden, they all flex. Happy to help you out there, bud. They all flex. Way too early Super Bowl prediction. I still like the
Packers?
The
Panthers?
I'm going to take, out of the NFC, I'm going to take...
I know where you're going. Falcons. You don't say Falcons.
I think the Falcons. I'm trying to think if there's anybody I don't like the Panthers.
Why? Because it's actually playoff games?
Redemption, it's literally like it's a random pose, but most of the time it's the flex. They also do the arms crossed, but most of the time it's the flex.
It's just the worst, period.
Dude,
Thanks,
hey, bro. Hey. Trust me, I know the stuff. Yeah, I think the Falcons, because I don't know if I like anybody else in the NFC enough. And AFC side, I'm going to take the Texans.
That's a good choice. I like the AFC pick, excuse me. Here's Adams. Oh, gosh, he's so good. He's so good. He didn't get his feet down, but he is so good. Look at that. He just comes across the field, click on, and his ability to hawk almost in. I'd actually be blaming Desmond King if I'm him. Get out of my way, dude. You're obviously not going to make a play. You've been beat nearly 3 times this game. I got the cleanup crew.
Oh, shoot. Way too early. Best person to go to a Browns game with. So much pressure. I'm going to go with N-Train.
Because you got experience going to a Browns game with him?
Yeah, and he brought the beer. But he also brought the
wings, right?
And he brought the wings, and he brought the milk for the hot chip. So a lot of credit to N-Train.
Wow.
The Dolphins.
Always thinking, a.k.a. we have a nickname for each other. We call each other roomies because we were roommates at Virginia Beach. So we got that unbreakable bond.
There's only one unbreakable bond. It's our Mutt Squads team that hasn't played in 2 weeks.
No, that's what Porter said. We had an unbreakable bond, and then I jumped in the chat. Hadn't known he said that. I was like, "All right, guys, who wants to play Mud Squads? I'm done with Porter." And everyone started laughing. They're like, "He just said y'all had an unbreakable bond." I go, well, and I guess I'm still with him.
It might be breakable. Oh, that post route is open. Hey, Greer found. Wide open. That looked like A.J. Green. 9 of 14, 168 for the first round value quarterback. Down 21-0 though. Redemption had 2 seconds and whiffed on both. Define whiffed because it is a very different value in the draft. And that was the biggest takeaway from this one. As they listen, the devs were talking about how rookie overalls were going to be way lower, is going to look way different. And Bomber, we saw that in our NBL draft, in that you're looking second round used to be where you wanted to be getting 75, 76s. And this year, if you were getting 70 plus, you were really happy with that value in the second round.
Yeah, in the second round, early second round, I drafted a 69 overall lineman. Now he's a 70. I'm happy with it. And then a 66 overall corner who's got a lot of potential, 21 years old. Is Joe Mixon just slicing his way past the poor user, horrendous user there on the left side.
Z-Star kills me. Damn, bro, but Dad does whoop me now. Y'all 2-3 double A me. Every time he does his Gov impression, I think of the defensive coordinator from Waterboy.
That was pretty funny when he said,
That's all I
it
think
was
of.
funny when he said, you guys are trying to double A me. Like it was some conspiracy here.
Hilarious. 10 out of 10. Mixing, rolling, trying to get to the end zone. Won't quite get there.
Yeah, imagine if the Bengals get stopped here at the 1.
Just,
going right into the 4th. They gotta hurry up and hike this ball and get into the end zone before the end of the quarter.
well,
Give us a game here.
force up in the chat for the 4th quarter. 68 left tackle, but his block ratings are really low. I think you get 68 in the second round. That's about right. That's pretty good value. I know his block ratings are low, but the other thing that they made in this game was developing players is a lot easier in this game, especially lower overall players. So that's not bad.
Yeah, and offensive linemen are, like you can actually. I had a 67 to start with Titus Howard. He's up to a 78, 79 right now. So if you just continuously game plan at the offensive line, you can really improve your offensive line.
Gov's in the chat during his game. Gov's in the chat during his game.
Was a conspiracy.
Hey, Gov, conspire to get more than 2 wins. Get out of the chat. Was a conspiracy. Get out of here. I want to give a big shout out to our NBL Live sponsor, Elgato. We use a wide array of Elgato products. Seriously, they are phenomenal. Make sure you head over to elgato.com and grab yourself, if you're a streamer, the Stream Deck. I highly recommend. The green screen is great. I know Bomber got the green screen, the key lights. I mean, it's all absolutely phenomenal. So make sure you head over to elgato.com if you are looking at all to up your streaming game. And a big thanks to Elgato for Bomber being a great supporter.
And T Jackson, now see, I can't let this go. T Jackson in the building saying Gov is screen watching. Gov's streaming. So unless he's trying to watch the delayed.
So here's what I'll say. There's a good chance he's screen watching.
Yeah.
He's like, I know the Dolphins are calling right now. Ain't no knowing the Dolphins are calling right now. Got him. T-Jax saying, why y'all typing for it? T-Jax, why are you here? What are you doing here?
Yeah, man, that really. He must not watch any Mudhead or nothing like that.
Eddie Mars says, I only prep vertical, so I train my O-line and wide receivers so the most people get XP. Bomber, your thoughts on that training strategy from...
Well, he's obviously a superior intellect. He's not the first one that's came into NBL with that gimmick. I've seen it before, but I absolutely love Eddie, and I hate him at the same time. Probably more than I love him, but then I love him a little bit more. I'm the guy that throws Eddie into the Xbox chat, and nobody else wants him there. But I do.
You know who
love
really
Eddie.
doesn't want him there? Brad.
Brad doesn't like Eddie?
No.
Eddie outside. There you go, rookie.
Okay, so Bomber, let's get to know Eddie Mars a little more. It's a hot day.
Hey, Motor says Shepard got the juice. Absolutely.
Yeah,
this
Shepard's
guy's
good.
killing today, man.
It's a hot day. Let's call it 95 degrees. Need a drink.
All
Let me know what Eddie is drinking. Is he getting an ice cold glass of water? Is he getting himself a margarita, or is he getting himself a Coke?
He's drinking powdered Coca-Cola, if you know what I mean.
Got it. 1st and 10 for the Bills, right side of your screen. Hand off to Shepard, trying to find some room. And he does. Dude, I like this Shepard kid, man. I like what I'm seeing, and it fits this Bills offensive line, who's an agile, sort of not the beefiest offensive line, more with that agile style. They like bouncing him outside. He fits Dubers really well.
Absolutely, Eddie. I don't know what you're talking about start points. I don't know what you mean. But yeah, he does fit Dubers.
What was the comment you made the other day?
What's that?
Starter points? Yeah, you were saying starter point. Not start points, it's starter points. Bananas, get out of the end zone! He got out of the end zone.
Oh, wow. Just a missed tackle.
Do you get any starter points for that? What are you talking about? Have you played the game?
I had a moment, man. Le'Veon Bell is just so good. It's almost like he's toying with guys. But right here, I mean, he could have just picked the yards and he ends up getting only one.
Inside the 10, down to the 9. That's Colburn.
Maybe it isn't the rookie. Maybe anybody can run on the Cincinnati Bengals defense. Jets in trouble here. Pressure is coming. Let's see if they can get open here.
What kind of pressure? Well, all right. Think he was bringing the coverage there? First and goal for the Bills. Hand off right at the middle. That's
nice
Shepard.
play.
What?
Nice miss. Let's go.
Someone clip that. I want that on Brad's YouTube channel for that sweet. He ran at him and still missed.
They were on a head. It was a head-on collision. Both players were going straight at each other, and yet somehow that's going to be close. That's a safety there. Oh, out of all the situations, they were on the 1 twice, but the one time they get to the 9, they end up taking a safety. We still got a lot of time in this game. The Dolphins aren't out of this just yet.
T-Jack says, I watched Mudhead. I saw OSU eating dessert last night. That thing was actually delicious, and I was not optimistic about it. It was actually really good.
What was it?
It was some sort of...
some Bugs dessert or what?
No, it was me and Zan, so we got to eat like fat guys. No, some dessert from Dickie's Barbecue Pit, and it was like, they're like, we made this chocolate cake with Coca-Cola, and I'm like, why?
That actually sounds good to me.
So it was literally the layer of chocolate cake with a layer of ice cream with a layer of chocolate mousse on top and some chocolate shavings. It was good. I ate half of it and then almost had to cut my foot off, but it was very good.
How many times are we going to see the Dolphins just go for the go route on the right side? We've seen it with Grant, and now we're seeing it with number 11. It just seems like they're just trying to take that deep shot over and over. And Desmond King consistently getting beat, but the quarterback, Josh Rosen, consistently slightly overthrowing the pass every time. I think I've seen that exact same situation occur probably 3 times already in this game.
Draco in the chat said he played chicken and lost, referring to Brad's sweet safety play. I'm gonna tackle you. I'm scared.
You can have it. You can have it.
Entrain says Coke brownies are awesome. Entrain, you hanging out with Eddie?
Eddie would agree, except for the brownie part.
Oh, Coke was cooked into it. Coca-Cola was cooked into it.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Entrain asking where Porter is. I think he's in a Busch Light heaven right now. Or
yeah, he went to a party, but he's going to be doing it. He's going to be rewatching it and doing the participation, which he takes very seriously. We were actually in a game when you were doing your preview show of the season.
Yeah.
And he like left the party and he's like, I got to focus. I was like, for what, man? He's like, I got to do this participation, man.
Which I love.
I started thinking that it probably does take him about 110% brain power to.
Well, first of all, I got to give a big shout out to Porter because that is a thankless and pain in the ass job.
That's a Hall of Fame position there.
It is so important. But second of all, he is also not a man who multitasks well.
No. So he recognizes himself and he just got out of there. He's like, I can't handle you chirping in my ear when I'm trying to do this. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. All right, enjoy yourself, man.
12-point game. Dolphins down to the Jets. Bills handling the Bengals and the Will Grier attack.
What's going on in October? October's sitting at 100% participation right now as well.
I played October this week. Felt bad for him. He got some tough luck. There was a lot of tough luck animations in that game. It was one of those games that
TLAs?
It was one of those games that, I don't know if you ever have them, but I feel like I get them every once in a while where it just seems like the entire Madden world has gone crazy and just every animation is wonky. And so it was like...
In the preseason, mostly I get those. It's when I have like people out there that aren't...
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? My corners are so bad, right? Like so young. There's just all like 70s. I'm starting to see a lot of like stuff not going in my favor. But I mean, it's to be
yeah. It was just one of those games.
ETD, guys.
ETD, baby. 2nd and 5 for the D. Ooh,
Ow.
Made that catch in tight coverage. Bananas farted around in the end zone, took a safety, and just like that, it's a one-possession game.
All right, anybody in the chat can tell us what ETD is. You might get...
Nothing.
Nothing. No, I might send him a shirt. I might send you a shirt.
Glenn's not here.
We got a $125 donation a couple days ago from a grid member. Going to be putting that towards our...
Insanity to brilliance.
Yeah, exactly. Going to be putting it towards
right
our
now,
WordPress, and our domain, but also maybe a t-shirt giveaway as well. Let's see if anybody knows what ETD means in the chat. If not, we can educate them. And you got to tell me the context of...
Brett says, extremely tiny dick. No. Eddie Marr says, Eddie's the dopest. No, Eddie's got... Does he have dope? Eddie, you got dope? Eddie?
Wouldn't it be Eddie the dope man?
The dragon. Honestly, that's pretty close. It is a dragon of sorts.
Dooku says extraterrestrial destination.
Yeah, nailed it. You got it, buddy.
What a terrible performance for the Bengals.
What, Will Grier?
All right, nobody got it right, so that's good for the t-shirt giveaway. Still alive there. OSU, you can go ahead and explain to them what ETD means.
ETD means enjoy the Dolphins. For when you're
it's
last in team selection.
Yeah, when you're in the chat and you're basically crying about something and you don't want to do anything, and you maybe have an opportunity to be one of the last team selection picks in the NBL. Everybody just puts hashtag ETD. Just enjoy the Dolphins if you're content, because they're going to be pretty bad next match.
Yeah, it doesn't look to be a very fun situation in Miami. As Will Greer and the Bengals, once if Will Greer throws a touchdown, he's going to be like, man, hey, Will Greer, he threw a touchdown, didn't throw any picks.
Wait. So he turns into Gruden there?
Yeah.
The dude Gruden
Listen here, man.
talking about Greer as his quarterback.
I like this Will Greer guy, man. He's got a lot of toughness. He's a tough guy. I don't know if he's worth a first round. I don't know why I did the Al Pacino face there, but I don't know if he's worth a first round pick.
I think that's all kind of blurs together. I'd accept it.
I gotta get the eyebrows.
See if I can catch it. Yeah, I do see the. I'm watching you now on my phone. Yeah, I'll do some more Gruden. We should do a Gruden kind of breakdown thing as Le'Veon Bell. He might take this to the house, man.
Le'Veon Bell. I almost wanted the Mel Kiper here. You know who I like is Le'Veon Bell out of Michigan State University. A lot of toughness on the outside. I like the way he runs. This is a guy who's going to help out the New York Jets a lot. Todd. Le'Veon Bell. Are we at GG's yet? GG's. Bills 28-14 over the Bengals. Will Greer's debut was boo-boo.
Wasn't good. Traded for a first-round pick, and I'll tell you what, if there was any kind of recoup that pick after one game, they might be pulling the plug on that trade.
Brad says in the chat, I should just never click on again. Probably not. Hey, here goes Mecole Hardman, who's going to go to the end zone. What? Lip, I hate you. Lip, I hate you so much.
The fourth touchdown on the day for the former Kansas City Chief, who was traded also for a fourth-round pick. So on one side, you get a halfback who's got 4 touchdowns, and on the other side, you get a wide receiver that's got 4 touchdowns. On the other side, you get a quarterback who I think had maybe 1.
264 yards, no touchdowns for Will Greer. By the way, Josh Allen, 100% completion percentage in that game.
Yeah, he looked good. He made some nice throws.
124 yards.
Yeah, not a lot of yards. But we did see him drive the ball down the field at least 3 or 4 times. And maybe played a little check down Charlie the rest of the time. But he did show he was willing to drive the ball down there.
Opened it up for him. I mean, Shepard is a star in the making. Miami down by 12, 3:38 to go in this one. As appreciate you guys hanging out with us as we conclude NBL Live. Broadcast 307. Nickman's that's going bomber with you. 12-point game. Dolphins in the creamsicles. Trying to find something. I have not been impressed by the Jets defense, by the way. Up. King. Another swat. They're challenging him.
Yeah, how many times? That's 4 now on the right side. 0 for 4 trying to take a streak route on the right side due to a speed differential with Desmond King. Obviously, King not the super fast cornerback, only 89 speed, but he hangs with him because he's got the skill set.
King
could have had that pick right there, too.
Had it, I think.
Wow. The fact that our man Bananas puts the gold 99 Jordan cleats on a 88 overall cornerback, that's a story for another day. Disappointing at best.
Ooh, Bananas. I don't like Bananas' chances to get to 13 wins if he doesn't figure out the new hit stick radius. Hashtag JAE Josh Allen experience. Get out of here with that. Stop it. Dolphins 1-0 to start the season. That was a nice win. I'm impressed. That running game makes the Dolphins a whole lot tougher.
You don't mean Dolphins. You mean Bills.
Sorry, Bills. I'm looking at the Dolphins and just continue looking at the Jets going, guys, he's thrown the seam about 8 times. At some point, you're going to stop running cover 2.
Yeah. Or run cover 2 and use that safety on the bunch side, wherever the tight end is.
Where the tight end is.
Get in front of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like a lot of what I saw from the Bills. That running game makes that team very dangerous in the AFC. As that was an inaccurate pass, as the game let us know. Thanks, man. Seam beats almost all zones this Madden. Not if you're a good user.
Yeah, if you can click on and lay the hit stick, it's going to knock the ball out. Or you click on and jump underneath it and make a swat or a play on the ball.
Eddie throwing flames at you, Bomber. He's got his powdered supplement in him, and he is ready. That's a nice throw to Grant.
Nice toe tap too.
What do you run at cover 2? He says, remember when Bomber traded for Josh Allen for no reason?
You remember that year that I traded for Josh Allen? Do you remember that year, Eddie?
Yes.
I won a Super Bowl that year.
Brad says, Will Greer, no turnovers in a QB sneak, already worth the first. # fear the Greer.
Well, that's quite the spin. I'll tell you what, the Cincinnati Press, the people who have the subscription to that newspaper are going to be pretty surprised when they see that spin headlining the articles tomorrow, because that was not a good performance for Greer. You just didn't see any command of the offense, really any consistent movement of the chains from the quarterback position. You're giving up a first-round pick to a young player, 25 years old. You know it's going to be a little rough around the edges at first, but not much hope to really lean on as you move into the season. It was only week 1. I don't like to overreact this early, but I'm a little scared and skeptical of Will Greer.
Shout out to Aaron Ronning 84 with the follow here on Twitch. Appreciate the follow, my friend. What was I going to say? Let's be clear. The Bengals could go 0-16. They could lose every single game. As Darnold breaks the sack, nobody there is going to take off and pick up a first down. They could lose every single game, and you'd hear Brad in the chat going, listen, man, Will Greer can't play defense, man. It's not his fault. # fear the Greer. Who has Shepard in fantasy? Who has Mecole Hardman in fantasy? Brad needs to be drug tested. Quite a spin. All right, Bomber, while we were looking at this game, it's a 5-point game, New York, facing a 2nd and 13. Give me a team, and you might have seen them tonight, but if you can think of somebody else, give me a team that you are most looking forward to watching this year as someone that could make some noise, maybe not expected to.
Well, let's start with the Carolina Panthers. Maybe expected, but I think this team might be
over the top to Mecole Hardman. The suspension is incoming.
You put a linebacker on a wide receiver. What? Why would you? Was that cover 0 again?
Oh yeah.
With 55 over top of Mecole Hardman. At this point, you got to start matching up by speed. But this was a terrible performance. Why you would put a linebacker? I can't blame Bananas one bit for exploiting that. You look at this team and you wonder why Jerome Baker left outside linebacker. I know he has 89 speed, but this guy's got, 96, 97 speed?
97, I believe.
Yeah, and he's a linebacker. Why would you put a linebacker over, and you know Jerome Baker, Ohio State, right?
Uh-huh.
Why would you put him over top of Harden? It's silly. Know your personnel. And Gruden, what would Gruden say to that?
Listen, man. I like Jerome Baker a lot. You can't put him on Mecole. You just can't do it, man. Let's go to the film. Let's look at it one more time. Looking up the seam, May with an interception. We're going the other way. This one's over, and Miami.
How do you blame Bananas for that's just terrible? And you wonder
he's
why
thrown that bomb 4 times. I'm not blaming him. He's just going to get suspended if he can.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He has no self-control, so he's going to continue throwing it.
But 55 over top of Mecole Hardman is just. But this is a Dolphins team that gives up continuously 40 points per game, and you wonder why. Well, here's why.
7-win Miami Dolphins. Remember that.
Not from me. Obviously, the Bleacher Report. I'm at about 5 wins. You're probably at a little bit less than that. They won 2 last year. Right here, they give up 50 points. They couldn't even get a stop. They got the game close. They ended up getting a safety, but they really just could not stop this team, even force a punt from the New York Jets.
Shout out to Aaron Rodney 84 with the sub. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much for helping out the NBL Network. Tout says he's getting suspended for sure. He plays me next week. As this one's going to go final. The Jets, a little closer than I think people would like to see. And Bomber, you got to be concerned if you're a Jets fan trying to defend that division title. Giving up 37 points to the Miami Dolphins. Yeah,
and you know it, when the Patriots roll in and play the Miami Dolphins, they're going to give up probably 6 points. And there's going to be 2 field goals because that New England Patriots team knows how to slow the ball down, put points on the board, and really clamp up. That's why this New York Jets team, as explosive as they might look against a horrendous defense, that offense is just very dependent on big plays. You're not going to get those with the Patriots. You're going to have to learn to utilize moving the chains, some short yardage situations are going to arise, and you're not going to be prepared for them. And that's the scary thing about the Jets taking on the Patriots, is just a bad matchup for the New York Jets.
I remember the Miami Dolphins did that without Kenny Stills for most of that game, as Draco pointed out. Next NBA Live, it's going to be coming up Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. We got a lot of games going on. We have Seahawks taking on the Packers and Redskins taking on the Ravens. But we have 5 games right now lined up. So we're going to have a little red zone action if things get out of hand. Other games being shown, Dolphins and Browns, Rams and Eagles, Jets and... There's no way Dolphins and Browns is a game. I just looked at the Dolphins. No, the Jets. Okay. Dolphins and Browns, Rams, Eagles, Jets, Falcons. Boy, that Rams-Eagles game will be interesting. Jets-Falcons will be a very good game. How about that? You get this high-powered Jets offense. That's not true. Okay, I'm not crazy. The Jets aren't playing the Falcons, Shadow. Fix it. Jets are playing the Cardinals. Hashtag all birds matter. Hashtag not all birds are the same.
So the AFC East is playing that NFC...
NFC North. It's an AFC.
West.
It's an AFC North
West.
battle. It's all AFC North, just like JY said. It's an AFC North battle.
Yeah. But the AFC East is really playing the NFC West, which is a very terrible pass defense team. Oh, for those who have the Jets players in fantasy, expect a big season from Hardman, Le'Veon Bell, and at the quarterback position, you're going to see some big-time plays, big-time stats across the board for the New York Jets. It just happened last year. We saw it with the AFC North. Now we're seeing the AFC East take on that NFC West. It's going to be a shootout for Sam Darnold.
Anyway, we got that NBA Live coming up Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Join us here, and then we're going to have Week 3 action coming up on Wednesday night. So we got a lot of NBA Live coming up, trying to give you guys as many games as we can when we are here. And we appreciate you guys hanging out with us for NBL Live broadcast 307 here on the NBL Network. We're going to get out of here. Enjoy a whole day of NFL football tomorrow. Hopefully the Browns win, and I'm not sad at the end of it. But enjoy your rest of your weekend. For my co-host Bomber, I am Nick Mazesco. Thank you so much for tuning into NBL Live, and we will see you next time right here on the NBL Network.
I just want to say, hey, this is T.O., cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL Network. Holla.